So just the same as in a private rental, you can be evicted from public housing for a range of reasons. Housing ACT have made a public commitment not to evict any public housing tenants due to rental arrears. That's not forbidden in law though, so it's still really important if you are accruing rental arrears, that you talk to Housing ACT and you sort out the rental rebate like we discussed before. But some of the other reasons why you could be issued with a notice to vacate would be something like if you don't take reasonable care of the property. So what that might look like in practice is if you or maybe some people you invite over, say you have a big party and you cause, damage to the property, like holes in the wall or some sort of serious damage of that nature. That could be a ground for eviction. What they call antisocial behaviour. So again, this could be things like having lots of really loud parties at night. It could be aggressive behaviour towards neighbours, anything like that. Or if the house is being used for illegal purposes, for example. So things like drug dealing or other activities like that. And that's the same for public and private tenants. You can't do those things within the tenancy agreement. And if you do, you can be issued with a notice to vacate and be threatened with eviction. The moratorium doesn't stop any of those things. I think one thing, so Bryce said, it's important if you do get one of these legal letters that says you probably will get something called a notice to remedy first, which asks you to fix the problem. And then if you don't fix that problem within the time period, then you'll get a notice to vacate asking you to leave. It's really important that you know that there's nothing that your landlord or Housing ACT can do to get you to leave your property. That's not their right. Only the tribunal, so only ACAT, which is, like a court, but it's a bit more informal. It's called a tribunal. They're the only ones who can issue an order that says you actually have to leave your property. So even if you get a letter saying you need to be out by this date from your landlord, you aren't obliged to physically leave the property by that date, but certainly it's very serious. It's a legal notification and you should seek some legal help. But only the tribunal can actually order you to leave.